kilala ka coming from kilalang family. What do you think about dun sa mga sinasabi nila na ikaw daw isang heiress?
Isang heiress. I think being an heiress, of course, I feel very blessed to be able to help the family business. But I think most people don't understand that as an heiress, I've been working since I was maybe 10. I've been sitting in business meetings, and sometimes during dinners, our conversations really consist about the business. And at a young age, I really learned how to put my family's business, even sometimes before my needs. So being an heiress, I think, yeah, it has a good ring to it, but it's also a huge responsibility.
Sige, which family businesses ba yan para you're taking an active role?
So I'm the Chief Operations Officer of Boulevard Holdings Inc., which is a publicly listed company, and under that would be the Fridays brand. So the resorts, Fridays Boracay, we're trying to rebuild. Currently, we're building Fridays Siargao, and also managing Fridays Puerto Galera. Other than that, we also have Puerto Azul Land Inc. So we're trying to rehabilitate it the same time that the Soler Group will be building developments there. So we're very excited.
Then you have a beauty brand pa, di ba?
I have a beauty brand coming up, and it matches my foundation name because my foundation is PAC Foundation, so this is PAC Beauty. And I have a photography studio too called PAC Studios.
Tell us something about your foundation, Pangarap Kalinga Foundation. What is it all about?
Yes, so Pangarap and Kalinga Foundation is about letting children dream freely with a stable environment, and that includes their livelihood. So they should have basic necessities like food, water, electricity, and same with their education. So we just want to make the kids feel safe in order for them to dream. Because when they have problems in an unstable house, that's when I guess they lose their path. So that's what it's all about. That's the Pangarap side. But the care side also is we want to show the kids that there's someone who cares for them as well. And showing care, even in just one event, can really go a long way. If you make them feel important, then they also feel that they have something important to do and hopefully give back to their community too in the future.
What made you decide to build one? What's the story behind the foundation, building the foundation?
Yeah, well, I've always wanted to start a foundation. It's just I was not connected to the right people in order to do that. But by chance, when I met Consejel Kim in Maragondon around a month ago, and he told me about this problem, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best way to do it, especially in my hometown. So it really hits home.
Buti may time ka pa to do this despite business
Girl, so
side.
busy. So busy, yeah.
Paano mo siya na-manage?
Well, I always say that if you want to do something, you'll find every way to do so. Pero kung hindi mo gustong gawin, you'll find any excuse. So it's just all about time management. It's all about priorities. And as someone who grew up in the business world or the business realm, I had to do a lot of time management, especially with the amount of companies under my umbrella.
You mentioned kanina you're also building your own brands.
Yes.
Is it a conscious effort to parang magkaroon ka ng sarili mo na para yung sarili mo na hindi connected?
Oh, yes.
Directly connected
To
sa
my family. Yes, of course. I'm all about legacy and I'm all about sustaining that legacy. I actually joined Binibining Filipinas again because of legacy, but my dad allowed me to explore different facets of myself. Hence why I joined beauty pageants. Kasi syempre, I was always destined to come back from the US after my 4 years there for college to help with the family business. But then I said, Dad, wait lang ha. Gusto ko pa humara. But I also wanted to discover more of myself and also, of course, make a name for myself. I don't want to be reliant on just the last name, right? I mean, it's all about making your own mark now, especially with my generation. It's a competitive market no matter where you go to. So,
How was the journey so? How's the journey so?
dito, my bags. Kidding. No, we're still surviving. Laban lang.
Ganda ng eyebags mo. But
Thank
Samantha, you mentioned na beauty pageants. Any plans of joining again Miss Universe Philippines or any other beauty pageants?
Well, right now, I'm not keeping any doors closed for it. But right now, again, I am very focused on public service for the moment and business, of course. Yeah.
How does that work for you?
Which-
Being a Panlilio, being a beauty queen, and now public service. Those are two like different worlds.
Different worlds, but they're all kind of interconnected. You know, what I found most helpful is during the my run in Binibini or even Miss Grand, I was able to pull my business network connections in order to help also with my certain advocacies. And I think it's the same for public service. I can use my business connections, like our partners, Radisson Hotel. They are donating to PAC Foundation in order for us to help build those classrooms. So again, I'm really a firm believer that if you have a strong community who actually want to help out each other, then you can really achieve great things.
Have you always wanted to become a public servant, or did it just occur to you when things opened your eyes for you?
Yes, I think my eyes were opened when I joined beauty pageants. Because there, you have to have an advocacy. It's wala kang choice, right? But it's great that in my high school, I studied in Las Piñas before, Southville.
Paano tayo?
Southville ka
Las
rin?
Piñas, Las
Ah, okay.
Piñas. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so in Southville, you know, they required us to have CAS, so it was a creative act of service. So at a young age, I was very much exposed to it. My father also, we would help out different communities, internate, even Boracay, because we just donate, because we demolished the whole resort, so we donated our old items to the fire victims. So I guess I was always growing up knowing that I had to give back to the community some way or another. And after being exposed to pageantry alongside my business, I thought, what better platform to get into to actually help people and make a significant change.
Pero ever since, yung education na talaga yung pinupush mo.
Always farming. Magsasaka talaga. Like, I love farming talaga. Cavite is known for a lot of farms. You have Alfonso, Maragondon. So, yeah, I think it's very much aligned with the party list.
Is entering politics next in line for you?
Yes.
Can you give us a glimpse of your plans for politics?
Well, of course, I am joining public service with the party list of Cavite, which is a GIMAT party list. So I'm very, very excited to work with them. And I hope that we could really make a change.
What particular position?
I will be the second nominee for a GIMAT party list.
Currently, you're, second nominee. Kasi
Yes.
di ba,
We have to file pa in 2 weeks.
Of all the problems in society, which one would you want change if you could just wave a magic wand and do that?
I think quality education, because you know, although there's so many promotions for it, let's say go drive to Cavite, you'll see so many schools na kulang ng electric fan, you know, kulang ng chalkboard, or the educational system is not updated, it's not up to, you know, the highest par level. So education is really, I think, one of the main key factors into making sure that the economy grows as well.
Why hasn't it been fully addressed at this point, you think?
I think that there are a lot of factors to it, you know, and of course things take time, like bills or laws that are passed. So I think the best thing to do is just be very active in your local community and see how you can help.
Okay, you're so beautiful. Have you thought of becoming a movie star? An actress?
I wouldn't close my doors. Again, pangarap ko talaga na
At kalinga.
pangarap at kalinga to be in a horror movie. I don't know why. Kasi growing up, I love Shake, Rattle, and Roll. My cousins always watch Shake, Rattle, and Roll. And nakakataranta na exciting. So, that's a dream of mine. That's on my bucket list.
Of all genres, doon ka talaga madideglamorize. Takbo-takbo, sasaktan, sigaw-sigaw ka.
Yeah!
hindi yun problema sa'yo.
Not at all. I don't mind being the ghost or the one being ghosted. I don't know.
Have you always been this down to earth? Like, I know if you come from your kind of family, and you're so beautiful.
Thank you.
Alam mo yun, parang many people who are like you, they tend to be detached. But you seem to be so in touch
Uh-huh.
with your roots and people in different levels.
You know, I have to say, I have to give it to my education in the US, because you know how it is here, you know. Most kids here are very much, they have a golden or silver spoon, right? Where when I went to the US, I went there alone at 17. I was there 17 to 22 years old, and I was alone. I didn't have any family or relatives there, so I had to learn really how to work my way up in life also. And my dad made sure that I was very independent of the family as well, which I very much appreciate. But also growing up with my mom and my dad, they've always been very down to earth as well. They've always instilled in me that, okay, just because maybe we're a little more blessed doesn't mean that you have to distance yourself. Again, we're in a land development corporation, and we're very much close to all our employees. They've been with us for 20 plus years, and we consider them family too.
Pero sa kabilang banda, because of who you are, mas
Thank you.
mas madaling isipin na there's nothing in politics you'd want that you don't already have. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, in a way, that makes you more trustworthy.
I hope so.
I think so.
I mean, I always try to move with grace and integrity. And I mean, you also have to do that in the pageant world, and same with the corporate world.
Right.
You know, just don't lie. I don't know. Like, you just do your best and have good intentions. Because if you have good intentions, then you'll end up where you're meant to end up.
You won't get, you'd probably give. That's what people would think.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, but the thing is, like, you know, in public service, it's all about giving.
Right.
And at the end of the day, when people ask from you, it's their right. It's theirs. They paid for it, right? So it's all about just strategically helping people for better and building better programs.
Prepared ka na ba to get your hands dirty, figuratively speaking? You know? Like, pawis all the time, and then people dumog, you know.
I have been for the last 3 months, actually. Yes, so I've really been on the ground. Again,
on the ground.
I want to start a YouTube series. Hopefully soon we're going to start filming, where we travel to different areas in the Philippines. We'll start with Makati, down to Cavite, Ilocos Norte, Cebu, Mindanao area, because I want to go and get some focus group sessions ready. So I'll get 7 people from 7 different marginalized groups. That may be women in business, that may be LGBT, or transportation, and they could tell me what their problems are. Because it's different when you're on the ground, and it's different when they actually tell you, like, hey, these are my small problems. And then from there, then I can create my own path in really knowing what to fight for in office.
Winding down, but hindi mo pinursue actively itong mga horror movies na you should have already done at this point?
It's never too late, so if there's any director there, alam mo na.
So hindi mo nga actively pinursue na mag-showbiz?
Not specifically, because after, you know, during the pageant, I was still working with my family's business. So after the pageant, talagang I had to, you know, do all my backlogs, and building 3 resorts at the same time is quite hard. So I was really focused on that. But again, my doors were closed.
Are there actors you'd like to work with?
Yeah, I love Jodi Santa Maria. She's always been an idol of mine. I think her craft and acting is she's galing. And also Lobo, Angel Locsin, she's really good too. That was one of my favorite shows when I was younger.
Have you met?
I've never met Angel, but I've met Jodi. Because she went back to high school, diba? So she went to my high school dun sa Las Piñas. So it was so nice to see her in the flesh. Yeah.
So last question. What do you think of, ano yung comment mo dun sa mga, since parang beauty queen, parang image ng beauty queen nag-evolve na dati kasi parang beauty queen lang.
It's all about
may
beauty.
Mga,
Yeah.
Ayan, parang excited na yung mga tao. Ano yung sasagot sa Q&A? Ano
Right,
yung advocacies?
Right. Well, I guess before it was all about beauty, but now you gotta be a queen too. Because being a queen means you have to be, or you have to walk with grace, you have to walk with integrity, truth, a good heart. And I'm glad that it has evolved, because beauty queens are more than just a pretty face. Again, you have to bring something into the table. And people forget that when you join a beauty pageant, it's a job interview. Are you fit for the job? Do you have what it takes? And can you give us something that we can use to our advantage, right? On the org's perspective. And of course the people. It's all about the change you can make. So
Any last words for our viewers?
and I thank you.